Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and doing good. So welcome to the third part of the living organisms and their surrounding. That is the second chapter of our biology part. And today we will start the adaptation. In our previous classes we have learnt about the habitat, we have learnt about the biotic abiotic factors. Okay, in this part we learn about the adaptation. What is adaptation and how it affects the life of plant and animal. Okay, so let's start. What is adaptation? Most species most species of organisms found in one type of habitat are unable to survive in other habitat. For example, a fish cannot live in land. Okay, so most species of organisms, for example, we human being, we are habited to live on the land, but we can't live under the water, right? And like that only fish cannot live on land, right? So the presence of specific features which enables an organisms to survive in its surrounding. So we all have some specific features, right, by which we can survive in our surrounding are called adaptation. So now we'll study about the features in animals and plants living in different habitat. Okay, the first one is, so adaptation in desert habitat. So how desert animals and plant live there. Okay, so plant life in desert habitat, we'll see. In desert, the temperature is very high and there is scarcity of water. We all know that the scarcity of water is so much in the desert area, and the temperature is also very high. So the following adaptation can be found in desert plants. So what are the adaptation? Plants have long roots so that they can go deep into the soil for absorbing water. You know, the desert plants, they have very long roots so that they can go deep into the soil and absorb the water. The second thing is they have a fleshy stem to store water. You know, आप कभी डेजर्ट में जाओगे ना, कैक्टस को आप कभी तोड़ के देखना, उसके अंदर से पानी निकलेगा, ठीक है. एंड दीज आर कवर्ड विथ थिक वैक्सी लेयर विच हेल्प्स टू रिटेन वाटर सो दैट दे कैन प्रिवेंट देमसेल्फ विद द प्रोसेस बाय द प्रोसेस ऑफ ट्रांसपिरेशन. उसमें ट्रांसपिरेशन ना हो, वाटर रिटेन कम हो, दैट्स वाई दे हैव अ वेरी थिक वैक्सी लेयर, राइट. So leaves are either absent or very small, are modified into spines. They have either they don't have a leaf, and if they have, they are very small and modified into spines. मतलब कांटे की तरह होता है, right? And this helps to reducing loss of water from the leaves through transpiration. Okay. Now what are the life of animals there? To stay away from the intense heat during the day, the desert animal like the rats and snakes stay in burrows deep in the sand, and these animals come out only during the night when it's cold. Okay, a camel has a various adaptation, several adaptation which helps them to survive in desert. What are the what are the adaptation of camel? So it has a hump where fat is stored. They have a hump, see here, right, and it's stored fat over here. It can therefore live without food for several days. They use the energy which they have stored in their hump only, right. It can drink a very large. The next is it can drink a very large quantity of water at a time and then stay without water for a long time. You know, the camel, they can drink a very large quantity of water at a time. हमने बचपन में भी सुना है इसके बारे में. And they can live without water for many days. It excretes very small amount of urine. You know why? Because its tongue is dry and it does not sweat. Hence, it loses very little water from its body. And it has a long legs that keep its body away from the heat of the sand, and its feet have large soles and are suitable for walking on soft sand. You know, they have a very soft sole. For what? So that they can walk easily on the sand. Okay. Now see about the adaptation in polar regions and the polar habitat. So, so the animals which live in polar regions and the plant of polar regions will see about. Okay, so plant life in the polar regions are plants growing in polar and mountain regions have the following features. What are the features? The trees growing here are normally cone shaped. they are of cone shaped and have sloping branches. For what? So that snow slide off easily. Okay, the leaves of these trees are needle like, and this helps the rain, water and snow to slide off easily. And what are the life of animals here? Animals found here show the following adaptation. And what are the adaptation? They have a thick layer of fur to protect them from cold. So they have very thick layer. You know why? Because in polar regions, cold regions, there are so much cold, and to protect themselves from the cold, they have a thick fur on their body. आप देखना उनके fur बहुत thick होते हैं. For example, yaks and snow leopards, they have a very thick fur. Penguins have a layer of oily waterproof feathers and have a thick layer of fat under the skin that regulates their body temperature. Okay, so penguins, they have a very thick layer of oily waterproof feathers and thick layer of fat under their skin that regulates their body temperature. You know why they have fat? So that they can get the warmness, right? उनको warmness मिल पाए and body for regulate their body temperature. Now here is check and proceed, which you can do with your own self. These are very easy, and the options are also there, so you can do it with your own self, right? And already have explained about this in the Google Meet classes, so do it with your own self. The next is adaptation in grassland animals. So how the grassland animals live. Okay, so grassland animals, the plants, the first we'll learn about the plant life of the grassland. Grassland are very windy and dry. These are very windy and dry. We have seen in the habitat part also. Some adaptation in plants to survive in these conditions are, they have a flaxy stalks so that they bend and do not break it in windy conditions. There is stalks, you know, the grasses, the grasses are there. Grassland में there are not, they don't have the much trees. वहाँ पे ज़्यादा grasses होते हैं. So their stalks are very strong and flexible, so that they can bend when the windy conditions is there and do not break. Strong roots to anchor the rest of the plant, and the small leaves to reduce loss of water, because there is very less rainfall there, right? And what is the life of animals there? Animals like lion live in forest of grassland and are strong animals that can hunt and kill animals like the deer, etc. And such animals have the following adaptation. What are the adaptation? Their skin is generally light brown color. I have told about the camouflaging because of that only, right? And this helps them to hide in the dry grassland when they hunt for prey. Now they can catch scent of animals in air as well as hear their movement from a certain distance. You know, from a certain distance they can hear the walking of or the movement of their prey, and they can catch the scent of the animals as well, right? And this enables them to locate prey. They have a long claws in their front legs so that they can withdrawn inside the toes, and it helps them to creep up to their prey without making a sound while hunting. Now deers also live there in the grassland. So what are the features of deers? They have a strong teeth for chewing hard plant stems. They have a long ears to hear the movement of the predators. You know, deers, they have also the very sharp hearing. For what? To hear they have very long ears so that they can hear the movement of their predators. The eyes on the side of their head allows them to look in all the direction for danger, and they have a strong leg so that they can run very fast, and this helps them for run away from their predator. Okay, so this was about the grassland habitat. Now we'll see about the adaptation in aquatic plants, how aquatic plants live and the aquatic animals live. Okay, so the aquatic plants, the plant life are the plant life of the aquatic plants are, or the aquatic habitat. Excuse me, class. Okay, so plant life, some adaptation in aquatic plants are, roots are much reduced in size and their function is hold to plant at one place, right? They have a very small root, and what is the main function? To hold the plant in one place. The stems of these plants are long, hollow and light in weight. They are very long, hollow and light in weight. For what? So that they can float. Stems have air space to enable plant to float, and floating leaves are large and flat. They have flat leaves. Generally आप देखना जो aquatic plants होते हैं ना उनके leaves जो है काफ़ी flat होते हैं. They have a waxy upper surface so that which makes them waterproof, right? In some submerged plants जो पानी के अंदर होते हैं, leaves are often highly divided and through which the water can easily flow without damaging them, right? And what is the life of animal in the under the water? Aquatic animals, they have some adaptation to soar by they have some adaptation, that is they have a streamlined body forward so that they can cut the water and swim easily. This shape reduces resistance due to water and helps them to swim fast. They have a slippery scales on their bodies which make them waterproof, and these scales protect the fish and also helps them in easy movement through water. They have a gills for breathing underwater. You know why? Because they are not habited to get the open air oxygen. They are habited to get the dissolved oxygen, right? That's why they have a gills. They have flat fins and tails that helps them to move, change the direction and keep their bodies balanced in water. They have an air bladder that helps them to float in water. Okay, some sea animals like squid and the octopus stay deeper in the ocean and near the seabed and catch prey that moves towards them. Now there are some sea animals, dolphins and whales, they do not have gills. So they don't have gills, so that they can't take the dissolved oxygen. So they breathe in the air through nostril or blowholes that are located on the upper parts of their head. That's why they come out. देखना जो डॉल्फिन होते हैं और वेल्स होते हैं ना, वो बार बार वाटर से बाहर आते हैं. For what? For the breathing, right? This enables them to breathe in the air when they swim near the surface of the water, and they can stay inside the water for a long time without breathing. Okay, now what about the frogs? Usually the frogs live in ponds, right, and they can stay both inside the water and as well as on land, and they have a strong back legs that is leaping and catching prey, and they have a webbed feet that helps them to swim in water. And they can breathe under the water through their skin, and when they are on the land they breathe through their lungs. Okay, so what we have learnt about the habitat, we have learnt about the adaptation, right? We have learnt about the grassland habitat and terrestrial and aquatic animals and habitat, right? So what we have learnt about the how all the living beings are dependent on each other. All the living, so non-living beings also are dependent on each other. Biotic and abiotic, both factors are very important for each other, right? We can't live without the abiotic things. So here are some questions which you need to do, and which I have already discussed in the Google Meet class, but still it's very easy. You can do it with your own self, and multiple choice question, true and false, fill up, match and very short answer. These are very easy. Once or twice you need to go through this video or through your book, and you will be able to do this. Okay, and we have already shared the study notes in the group in the Google Classroom. You can take help from there also. Okay, so thank you for today, and this much for this chapter. Will start, and I'll catch you in the with a new video with a new chapter. Okay, for till then, stay at home, don't go outside, maintain all the protocol for COVID-19, use mask whenever you are going out, and use sanitizer. Okay, thank you.